Bulimu is here with us this morning, the artist of the day, and perhaps we just want to speak art for a moment. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Good to have you kabisa sana, and most importantly wananiambia ubebe hiyo art yako moja vizuri hivi ndio watu waone ni nini tunaongea. You know, out of this art yenye naangalia, first of all, first glance nilikuwa tu nimeona Emirates, sijui ni Emirates ama ni nini, and then I was like, what is that? Karibu nione kitu kama Cutex, kumbe si Cutex. Then for a moment I thought, let me look at it closely. And even when I was questioning, my camera person asked me, can you do this? And then I realized there's a lot of story on this one, but I can actually not do it. Tony,
yes,
this is amazing, I must admit.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What kind of art is this?
Yes, so my name is Tony Bulimu, Adembesa.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I'm one of the young artists that Nairobi has.
That's
yes.
good.
I appreciate. So I've had a long journey where I've done quite different ages of art. I've done different styles. That's what they call them.
Yeah.
And this style of art is called Impressionism.
Impressionism.
Yes.
Yes. What about Impressionism?
Impressionism is a style of art where you create an impression of something.
Yeah.
You paint something, but you don't put in too much detail into it.
Okay.
Yes.
It's like silhouette. You just take, you know, it is something one can look at it and say that perhaps this is a house.
Yes.
But there's not much of detail.
Yes.
As to exactly what it
there's
is.
not too much information about it. So it kind of lets you think and lets you have your own perspective of what you see.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in this case, what inspires this kind of art?
This kind of art.
Because
wow.
I'm imagining, so you just think of stuff randomly and you start drawing, or you look around here and you start drawing, or what exactly? Okay,
when you look at several works that I have done, you will see a certain pattern that I follow.
Yes.
So
from what it is that we see, there's a pattern that we can see that we really cannot really, you know, you can't quite, you know, pinpoint and say this is it, but evidently there's just something about them.
Yes.
Yes.
So through my art career and my art journey,
this has taken how long? I
wouldn't call it a career because it's quite short.
Right.
I finished high school in 2018.
Okay.
And I was in Kenyatta University for quite a while.
Pale Fine Arts.
Yes. I dropped out and I decided to go fully into art.
Okay.
It was quite a risk, but throughout that period, I came to I came into the real field of the art scene.
So this you've not done for more than 3 years, because
yes.
2018, 2019, 2020, 2021,
yes.
not more than 3 years.
Yes.
What got you getting into it? First of all, is this the kind of art you started with, or at what point did you realize that you really can be an artist? Before
I did this, my art journey starts way back when I was a child.
Yeah.
When I was a child, there was this boy. My mom used to take me to school along with her. She was a teacher. Before I started schooling, she used to take me to school with her. So each time we were in class, there was this boy that drew me a car. So I really loved that car. And in the evening when we went home with mom, I wanted to depict that picture and do a replica of the same. Yes.
Okay. And so you did that?
It never quite came out
as
good as of the friend.
Yeah.
But throughout that period, I started drawing more and I started falling in love with that.
Well, this could appear as though it's more of talent. Do you suppose the more you do it, the more you get better?
Actually, there's quite a popular saying that I read a few days ago. Talent is not just a natural ability that someone has. Talent is something that you do with passion, and you do it quite often.
Yes.
And so you get better at it.
By the day.
Because art is a skill.
Right.
And with skills, you don't just get born with it.
Yeah.
It's something that you keep on doing. Because if I look at the drawings that I've done now, and I compare with the 5 years back, It's not the same.
Way better,
Yes.
perhaps, yeah?
Yes.
And so at this very time when you decide, well, I am going to sacrifice my education for art, what are you thinking? You're thinking money, you're thinking passion, you're thinking, just impressing the world with your pieces. What are you thinking?
Wow. Good question. I appreciate. In the art scene, one of the biggest ways to fail is to do it for money.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Art is sold for big bucks. Art is really expensive for those who are really interested in art.
Who understand and are interested, yes.
Yes. Art is really expensive. But if you get into the field as an artist and you're based on making a lot of money, then you'll really fail. Yeah. Because art forces you to be patient.
You could have these pieces forever.
Yeah.
Yes, they are beautiful, but no one's buying them.
You can get into the scene, do some paintings, and no one buys them. But you see your friend on the other side, he's selling them all the time. Yeah. So you get depressed and all that, and you give up. But if you get in because you love doing what you're doing, and you want to tell a story to everyone else, you want to share your story, you want to share your perspective, then through a certain period, you'll be able to learn a lot, learn how the market works, learn how the art scene works, and from there, you'll be able to build something.
Allow us to take a short break, and then we come back, understand whether you've already started making money out of it. After this break. Okay.
The home of untold stories.
Kilimo Diaries, your go-to agri show that takes you on a tour of the agricultural world.
You must give them patches. Guinea fowl, unlike our chicken, they are more of wild birds, so they'll always be up.
Kuna mwingine atavuna sasa sisoni na atoe apange kupanda kitu kingine. Hasa vile nimezoea huwa naiacha season ya pili. Na hiyo hata inanipunguzia gharama, maana sitapanda tena.
A fertilizer should not kill insects.
Join me, Violet Njoki, for these stories and more every Sunday at 6:30 p.m.
Do you dream of working in Germany as a health practitioner? Mount Kenya University, through its affiliate, Equip Africa Institute, has partnered with Hochschule Koblenz University of Applied Sciences, Germany, to train you in healthcare assistant for German hospitals. The training, which targets those who have cleared KCSE and have proficiency in German, will be conducted in 2 semesters, with successful candidates being guaranteed apprenticeship and job opportunities in partner German hospitals. January intake is in progress. TV47, the home of untold stories.
Tony Bulimu is with us this morning. It's all about art, and so just trying to understand his journey, but above everything, the journey of art over the years. I mean, when we see some of these beautiful pieces, the Picassos we remember, and they paint incredible pictures to our minds, to our eyes, as to what life is all about. You started with this kind of art, or a totally different, style of art, and what informed your shift?
Yes.
It was different.
Similar to quite a lot of artists. An artist, when you visit the artists that are quite able and really fully like elite in their fields and in their styles, their techniques, when you visit such artists, you'll find that most of them never actually started with that technique or style that they practice. So same to me. When I was younger, I loved people's faces. I loved beauty. I loved the attributes that people have in their faces. I especially did stories about kids. I loved the nature of the child, of how freelance they are, and so I did quite a lot of portraits of kids. And from there, I developed my technique and did different styles. Yes.
Okay. So the love changed or what? And now you are doing a totally different, interesting thing.
The love doesn't change.
You just advance.
You just, yeah.
Advance.
Yes.
So what informs your interest in, you called it
Impressionism.
Impressionism, yeah?
Yes.
What informs your interest in this kind of art, and what makes you think it would sell to the people, that when Linda sees this, they can relate, they can visualize, and they can look at it as, you know, a piece that is beautiful enough to be somewhere, in, you know, at a corner in her room?
Yes. So a funny thing is that each time I do a painting, I actually don't think about the person I'm doing it for.
Okay. Or you think about yourself?
I think about myself and the perspective that I have on the world. I love actually the pattern that you can see in the stories, the different themes that I do.
Can we speak about them kidogo? Like that one that you're holding. What about it?
For this, this is a picture I took out just outside my studio, outside the window of my studio.
Where is your studio?
My studio is in South Bay Shopping Center. Yes.
So people can come and view your, you know, what it is that you have and buy.
Yes.
South Bay Shopping Center. Utawaambia hata hiyo duka iko wapi na wewe ni kama hutaki pesa.
In South Bay Shopping Center, we have a group of artists, young artists like me. Quite a lot of them. We are around 20 artists, young artists. Yes. So it's a group founded by a renowned Kenyan artist known as Adam Masava.
Nice.
So Adam Masava took me up when I was still in high school, around Form 2. That's when I met him. And since then, I've been working under his mentorship.
Okay.
And throughout that period, there are other artists that joined in, others who came before me. And so at Mukuru Art Collective, we do such work.
Okay.
We have like the 20 artists, no two artists do the same technique.
Oh,
yes,
totally
so we are totally different artists.
Okay.
Yes.
And so it is how I match in there and see the difference and the styles that are there and pick what impresses me the most.
Yes.
Okay, so back to that one.
So this, you know, the themes that I do are themes of what I see every day.
Yes.
What I see every day and I love. So each time I walk up to that window, there's a hotel that's just outside the studio.
Yeah.
So there's a friend of ours that sells us food from there. So each time I go there and I have to whistle and call him and tell him to bring 2 plates or 1 plate when I have a friend. So each time I go there, there's that effect of the sun and the shadows and all that.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I just tell myself, wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you bring it up, you know, like, or you just try and visualize it and have it on a painting.
Something unique about artists is that we see beauty in everything that we look at.
Oh.
So I can look at something and build and start visualizing it, seeing,
and even build it up to make it better.
And I start imagining things about it, and I want to do that.
So after doing this, did you go to this hotel to show them that this is what I was trying to?
Actually, when he comes to the studio to do the deliveries, he sees this painting.
He's like,
and he's like, wow, this is the place I work. Why didn't
also
you put?
He can tell literally that this is the place.
Yes.
Why didn't you put my face?
Why didn't you put me there? He was like, you should have put me there, like serving food or washing plates.
Right.
Yes.
Can you make adjustments to an art that you've already worked on? Like for instance, can you look at this and say, "Mali unaweza mfix hapo"?
You know,
once it's done, it's done.
With this, the feeling that I had, the motivation that I had, I put it all in here.
Okay.
So doing that will be something totally different.
Okay, I get this one.
Yes.
That really speaks volume. Karibu nifikiri ni zile boots za kitambo nikaona tena sio hiyo, nikakuwa confused somewhere in between this. Can you just speak something small about this?
So this This is a kijiji somewhere where we buy groceries. Yes.
So you like literally, it's real life.
Yes.
Okay.
Every painting that I do is a scene that I spot once, twice, or every day that I pass there.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is where you buy your groceries and all that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I see. That's nice. This is a little bit different.
So that is a painting that I did. It's a place near where I stay.
Okay.
So there are these friends of mine. We usually watch football together. And
Emirates. I have seen some football jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like there's a red jersey.
Okay.
There's one with the Tottenham, the white one.
Yes.
And you can see the Emirates.
Yes.
Umbrella.
Oh, and the umbrella. Yes, and the table. Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense. That's beautiful. It would take a while. Do you feel like your art is a little bit too intense and complicated for someone to come and understand and grab almost immediately? And is that the whole idea, for them to understand?
Well, that's the beauty of art. The beauty of art is that I will see it as enough. Someone will see it as not enough.
Okay.
Some other person will see it as too much. Some other person will see it as overboard. That's the beauty of art, is that when different people see it, different people will have a different perspective of what they see. Yes.
Are you sometimes tempted to say that, you want to shift kidogo because perhaps in this place that you sit, where you are about 20, artists, there's one that does work that is, that sells perhaps more than yours, or maybe that one person could be you?
Well, Adam Masava, something that he has cultivated in all of us is to be able to, like, fully be professional artists who can make up a living out of this. People who can make up beautiful art out of the skill that we have, and people who can do art that's up to the standard of international level.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Okay. And so theirs is, like that space is purely for business?
So the space is quite diverse.
Yeah.
We have the place where we have a workshop inside there. We have studio walls that are just strictly for display, and art is put there. And we also have, for Adam Masava, he has a lounge where guests, when they come, they can sit there, wait, order some drink, have some drink as they wait, and talk to the artists. And we also have a space above the building where you can stand and you can see the whole of South Bay.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So, what would you make of the art business and the market itself in the country?
Yes. So the art market in Kenya, it's something that's grown quite a lot, faster than I would have predicted when I was outside. Someone that doesn't know how the art scene is, or is familiar with whatever happens in the art scene, is quite really doesn't know how things work.
Yeah.
So a question that I'm usually asked by a lot of people is that, do you really sell these paintings?
Yeah.
Or how can you make a living out of this?
Yeah.
One of the questions that my father asked me when I decided to fully go into art is, are you sure you want to do this? How will you make a living out of this? Do you know the real life problems that are out there? Will you be able to handle them with this art? And so it's a question that I wouldn't have answered then, because I too was still fresh in the field, and I didn't know quite a lot. So the art scene in Kenya is really intense if you're familiar with how it works.
Okay.
If you know the right people, if you know the right galleries to go to, and if you have impeccable work, and up to standard, up to par work.
And I must admit that yours is amazing. Perhaps that's the reason why we have you this morning. So for you, it will be art and art and art?
Yes.
For the rest of time?
Well,
Well, you never know.
We
You
shall
never
see.
know. Yes. What's your parting shot to those ones that could be watching you right now? The 20 guys that you sit in that gallery with, or you sit in that space with. Those ones that, you know, have the skill, have the talent, have, you know, the capability, but they have questions and fears, like you rightfully put it.
Yes.
Is this really the place to go to? Uncharted waters, murky waters. Will I survive when I get to this? What do you tell them this morning?
Yes. So to the people that I would love to talk to is the guys who are still not yet into the field.
Yeah.
The guys who are not even amateurs in the field. The guys who are thinking about starting it. Those are the people that I would love to talk to.
Yeah.
And so to those people, I tell them that the art scene in Kenya is really lovely. It's something, once you get in, the journey is really one of a kind. So it's something that if you really love and you're really sure that you want to do it, do it. Go all in and just have your God with you, and all in all, you'll be successful.
All right. Kwa mwananchi wa kawaida, how expensive would this be? Because like you rightfully put it, we all understand there's so much work that is put into it, so much, you know, intensity and, I mean, buying the products and everything. But there are instances where you're pushed to a level where you have to sell it low simply because you want to earn a living. Just how affordable would this be?
When I make my artwork, the best part is not when I'm painting.
Yes.
The best part is when I have a painting and someone else loves it.
Okay.
So you can't put a price on that.
Oh, nice.
So something I really love doing is having a client that wants my work but can't afford
Yes.
too much or too expensive art. So what I do with such clients is that I talk to them. I ask them how much can they get to at most, and I tell them my price of the that I usually sell.
Yeah.
And we try and talk to get to
some
a negotiable price.
Okay.
Yes.
Tony Bulimu,
Yes.
all the best.
I appreciate
This is great work, and we hope that, you know, we'd get many other young ones getting into this space.
Yes.
You know, oblivious of the difficulties that could be there, but as well, you know, brace up and make the best of what it is that they.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. We close it unless you have something else you'd want to say.
Well, I'd like I had a few requests from my friends.
Please make them.
There's my friend I call David, and there's also the Mukuru Art Collective group.
Yeah.
I'd love to tell them good morning this
Right.
morning.
I hope
Yes.
they're watching us, and
Yes.
I must admit that out of what it is that I see, they are doing a great job. Perhaps someday I'm going to make a visit.
So.
Asante sana, and all the best. All right, we
Appreciate
close this one at this very point. The beautiful pieces. How do they reach you, or how do they? Or they just come there in the event that they'd love to get the art?
Well,
Do you have a number, general number?
the best way to reach me or reach us is through Instagram.
Yes.
We are really active there. I have my own page. My name on Instagram is a.bulimu.
Yes,
It's the one that I
the
signed.
signature, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
A.Bulimu.
Yes.
Okay.
And we also have a group of our collective called Mukuru Art Collective.
Mukuru Art Collective.
Yes. And for those that would want to visit us live and in our studio, you can go to Google Maps and search Mukuru Art Club. You'll find us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Amazing. All the best once again. And Asante for keeping us company as well, for watching. We take a quick short break or some bit of music. Budesco Freddy is still on standby as we remind you that we have cakes for you courtesy of Valentine's Cake House. Remember, it's important that you tell us why we should be giving you this cake. It's as simple as that, and we'll definitely do that. The hashtag is Morning Cafe as well. The hashtag is Feel Good Friday at Linda_Lela TV 47 KA22047 is the SMS short code. I'll be sampling some of these comments